Mason Cone wins the opening face-off for the Orange. Boy, he had quite the week and quite the game last time out against Colgate, 17 of 22. He dodges right to the crease. His first shot goes in the back of the net. We're just 14 seconds in, and the Orange are up 1-0. Boy, you don't even need 10 other teammates on the field. Mason Cone does it himself here, Adam.
I don't know how this is possible, but Mason Cone has become a better player moving from Division III to Division I. In his 2 years at Tufts, Cone had 11 total points. He has 5 in the last 2 games here at Syracuse. I don't know how he does it. He has gotten better while moving to the highest level.
It's shocking, and Mason Cone has really blossomed to start this season. Gary Gates said that he dominated D3, but physically he's a D1 athlete, and I think that was on full display right there. Johnny Mullen wins the faceoff for Syracuse this time around. The Orange, it's a brand new season for the Cuse at the faceoff, Adam. It seems like this year, every single time there's a faceoff, the Orange have the chance to get possession.
Yeah, and it's not just Mason Cone, it's also that freshman Johnny Mullen. He's won 75% of draws coming into this game.
He was 7 of 9 against Colgate back on Monday. Here's this electrifying Orange offense. Owen Hiltz into the top left corner. Syracuse is off to a roaring start. 2-0 Cuse, 45 seconds in.
Talk about just making it look easy for this Syracuse team. What a start, truly the perfect start that you could ask for. 2 goals in 45 seconds, and this shot from Owen Hiltz, it just looks like he's in his backyard taking some shots on cage, as smooth as it gets, and there's really no stopping that with how perfectly placed it was.
Owen Hiltz is playing in his 31st collegiate game, and he now has a point in each of those games that he's played in his collegiate career.
And him starting off games strong is really important. In the first game of the season, struggled a bit in the first quarter, but like Colgate, he's got the opening goal then and has one of the first 2 goals today.
Mason Cone back at the faceoff X, and he wins once again. He's going up against James Hogan from Manhattan, the faceoff man who transferred from Ohio State last year.
Got some good time at Ohio State. Had 18 faceoffs against Michigan, of course, had a massive rivalry game, and Michigan the #1 team in the Big Ten last season.
Hogan actually entered the transfer portal with an interest of being a kicker in football. He was drilling field goals over 50 yards on his Twitter account. The Orange haven't revealed any tricks yet. Joey Spallina's over on the far sideline, team leader with 16 points. Feeds inside, and another Syracuse goal. It's Jake Stevens. He gets the assist from Spallina to make it 3-0 Orange. You talked about how it's too easy, Adam. Syracuse is doing whatever it wants on offense.
Yeah, just like that. 2 assists for Joey Spallina, and both of them coming from the wing, not from X where we usually see him play, and that's because Christian Muley is there, the transfer from Lehigh. Now that Spallina's able to play at the wing because they got another option, that just opens up his game so much more. And then, Jake Stevens, the transfer from Princeton, a preseason All-American, if you give him the ball in front of the net, he's going to score it every single time.
The only Orange to be on the All-ACC preseason team. Funny enough, he's on the second midfield line for Syracuse to start this year. Manhattan wins its first draw. So now we'll see if the Jaspers can flip the field and get some offense going. Last year, Manhattan scored 9 goals a game, which was second worst in conference last year, but the Jaspers pride themselves in defense. They gave up 8 goals per game last year. That was the best in the country. Kelly Dupree has the ball right now, wearing number 66, as the midfield units swap in and out. Quinn Bowler finished 3rd on the team in points last season, kicks it to the near sideline. Christian Lyons in Manhattan crosses the restraining line. Feeding around the top of the perimeter, James Basile, the transfer from Vermont. No stranger to opening his season in the Dome. He did so last year as a Catamount. No points, so we'll see if he can change that. Syracuse is hounding defense. Dupree sends it down low to Gukla. The leading scorer on the Jaspers last year. 25 goals, 25 assists. Not much room for the Jaspers to operate. Sideline shot, stopped by Mark, but the rebound goes in. Scott O'Connor finds the back of the net. And the Jaspers get on the scoreboard. We are ready to go. Opening tip is won by Baycott and North Carolina. As the Tar Heels go from right to left with Elliot Cadeau. The freshman phenom for the Tar Heels passes off to Ingram, hands off to RJ Davis, who runs to the far corner. The leading scorer in the ACC, over 20 points a game. Down low to Baycott, backs down Malik Brown, hook shot no good. Ingram fights for the rebound, goes out of bounds, off Justin Taylor's hands, so the Tar Heels will keep it.
That's that matchup right there. Harrison Ingram, much bigger, much more physical than Justin Taylor.
Harrison Ingram at 6'7", Justin Taylor at 6'6", but Taylor predominantly a guard going up against the forward. Baycott receives the inbound pass, and he sends it all the way out to Cadeau, who starts the offense. Syracuse coming out in a 2-3 zone. Cormac Ryan, right corner three, swish. A 29% three-point shooter. The Notre Dame transfer, Cormac Ryan, nails it from deep. Carolina 3, SU nothing, just 45 seconds in. Starling and Syracuse's offense attack the right hoop. Malik Brown at the free throw line, kicks it to Bell. Left corner three, he answers. Chris Bell was 4 of 10 from downtown against the Tigers. He ties the game up at 3, just a minute in. Heels on offense. Baycott straight away, backs down Brown, hands off to Davis, who cuts into the lane, finds Baycott, his shot blocked, gets his own rebound, and Baycott puts it off the window, in for 2. First points of the day for the graduate forward from Richmond, Virginia. Tar Heels 5, Orange 3, 18-40 left in the first half.
So important for Syracuse to keep it close early. Last time out against UNC, it got ugly in a hurry.
Judah Mintz at the third notch, kicks out to Brown. Straight away 3. Yes, sir! SU a perfect 2 of 2 to start from downtown. This time it's Malik Brown getting on the scoreboard. SU 6, UNC 5, 18-20 left in the first half.
Only his 5th three-pointer of the year.
Elliot Cadeau fakes a shot. It's pass stolen away by Brown. Boy, Cadeau passed out of a shot at the free throw line, and the Orange take advantage of it. Mintz from the lane. His shot's no good. Brown, the offensive rebound, puts it in off the left side of the window. Syracuse 8, North Carolina 5, 2 minutes into the game. SU rolling a perfect 3 of 3 from the floor early on as Mintz tips a pass out of bounds. Ingram was looking for his point guard, RJ Davis. Judah jumped in front, tipped it out of bounds. North Carolina keeps possession.
And an early conversation between Judah Mintz and Ron Groover, one of the officials.
Perhaps not the last one we'll see tonight. North Carolina back on offense. Davis straight away pushes off of Mintz, and that's an offensive foul. RJ Davis can create some space. He's one of the top guards in the land, but that time created space by himself by pushing Judah Mintz with his right forearm. SU takes over. 17:50 left in the first half. The Orange are up by 3.
RJ Davis, his 126th career game, has never fouled out.
SU back on offense. Brown's pass goes off RJ Davis's back out of bounds. The Orange keep it. Malik Brown with 5 points to start this game, leading all scorers. Malik Brown, he had 9 points and 8 rebounds against Clemson. He's a guy that's been a do-all player as of late for the Cuse. Inbound successful to J.J. Starling, who had 16 points against Clemson last time out. He drives into the lane, left elbow, dunks it off to Brown in the lane, kicks out to Taylor. Drives in with 5 to shoot. Head high feed to Brown with 3 on the timer, finds Starling, his straightaway 3. Scratches the front rim and does not fall. Baycott gets the rebound in the paint. The Tar Heels go from right to left. First miss of the game for SU. Armando Baycott with 14 points a game, hands off to Davis. Passes off to the right. Harrison Ingram, the 6'7" forward, carves his way into the lane, kicks out to Ryan on the far side. Dribble drive, left hand, his shot no good, but a foul. The infraction is on Justin Taylor. Cormac Ryan was at the right wing. He drove in around the ACC logo at the free throw line, put up a right-handed layup. It was no good. The infraction's on Chris Bell, not Justin Taylor. It's the first personal for the sophomore forward. Cormac Ryan at the free throw line. His first shot is up and good. Carolina trails 8-6.
Important to note, Joe, so far in the early going here, J.J. Starling has drawn the R.J. Davis assignment, almost like a number 1 cornerback and a top receiver.
one of the top offensive guys on Carolina, going up against a solid defensive guard in J.J. Starling for the Cuse. Cormac Ryan, 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. The Orange are up by 1, 8-7, 4 minutes into the game, rather 3 minutes into this contest. Just like that Seminole spear behind me, Naheem McLeod is ready to ignite. McLeod spent 2 seasons with Florida State men's basketball, and in his sophomore campaign, he made just 11 starts in 28 appearances. However, it was on this campus in Tallahassee where McLeod made a splash. The big man had a career-high 16 points and 8 rebounds in 26 minutes. All 3 of those numbers career highs in a loss against Syracuse. Now, McLeod in the spring picked up the phone, he hit the transfer portal, and he traded this warm campus for this cooler one. Significantly cooler, if I could say so myself. Syracuse head man Adrian Autry is ready for McLeod's fire to spark this program. The college three-point line is 22 feet, an inch, and 3/4 away from the hoop. But in today's game between Syracuse and Cornell, the three-point line was the difference in SU's 81-70 win. The Orange made a season-high 13 shots from deep. Syracuse head coach Adrian Autry said that the guys camping out from behind this arc were made for a day like this. Joe Puccio here with Derek Fabian after Chatham's win against Orleans. Now, Derek, you came to us before the top of the 9th inning. You said you were going to hit a home run, and then you did. What made you think about calling your shot?
Well, I was already 2 for 3, and I was like, what's the worst I could be? 2 for 4, like still good. And you told me I had already beat Caden, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to just try to hit a homer.
And then you get an 0-2 fastball and, well, curveball. All right, what did you see there?
So first pitch fastball, I swung, fouled back. I felt good about it. And then I swung through a slider, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then usually I do a 2-strike approach, but I was like, since it's my last at-bat, I'm just going to try to hit a homer, and I ended up hitting a homer.
How much fun were these last 4 games of the summer?
Oh, it was a blast. It was more fun than I've had in my whole time here. You know, just the guys just enjoying baseball and having fun.
What will you miss most about this 2023 season?
Probably the guys, and I met a lot of great people, built a lot of relationships that will probably last for a lifetime.
A 2-month season. When did you find out that this season was going quicker than maybe you imagined?
I mean, honestly, it was probably like a week ago. I'm like, we only got so many of these things left, so I just started enjoying it more and having fun.
Tell us about the story about when you guys were playing in Omaha, Derek from the University of Florida, your trip coming here to Cape Cod. How many days did it take for you to get here?
So we got back from Omaha. The next day I had my exit meeting, and then the next day I was in Chatham. So it was quick, but I enjoyed it.
Derek, who was your host family this summer?
Bill and Ellen Garvey.
And how was that experience with them?
They were awesome. You know, she was always making sure I was fed, and, you know, Bill was awesome too. Like, I can't say enough good things about them.
What will you take from this summer on the field and bring to Auburn next year?
Just have fun. It's a game, and like, baseball's a game of failure, so just have fun with it. And, you know, tomorrow the sun's still going to shine. So,
was the Cape everything you hoped it was?
And more.
That's awesome, Derek. Thank you for the time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Brock, when you were away from the ballpark, what things did you like to do?
When I was away from the ballpark, I definitely was given a lot of lessons and running camps and stuff, as you would see in the morning. To be completely honest, there was almost no free time at all. There was pretty much no free time. I wish I was able to golf a little bit more. One of my favorite things was definitely golfing. That was such a fun day that we had when we got out there to golf. I mean, I know I still bust your chops about it, but
Tough loss for me and Jake Klein.
Well, just so the air knows, the jokes I make to Joe, Joe's actually a much better golfer than me. We only won that match play because of Caden Ken. But
he's just saying this on the air, folks. He doesn't actually mean this.
But golfing's something I love to do in my free time. Tried to see my family when I could, but that's just the reality of summer ball. You don't really have a lot of free time, so it is what it is. But yeah, probably those days golfing together. That was fun. What
were some of the most memorable moments from the clinics in the morning? You guys going out and early in the morning and teaching the future stars.
Just seeing the love from the kids. That's something that was really cool because I always thought back to my time from when I was here in Orleans as a little kid. You know, this place holds a really special place in my heart. I came to Orleans all the time for the kids clinics when I was 7 and 8 years old. I actually still have my clinic shirt from the Orleans Cardinals. Yeah, way back.
Does it fit?
It does not fit, but actually it's covered in autographs from that team. But it's cool little things like that, though, right? I mean, that still hangs in my closet and stuff in my room. I always thought that was the coolest thing ever. So it was pretty cool to go out there every morning and know that, like, now I'm that guy for those kids, and so are my players. And to be in charge of that was pretty cool. You could definitely tell all the parents and the kids really appreciated it.